Hello, I am Bentham and welcome back to Factory Town. In the previous episode we were working on finally getting some conveyor belts, and now I do believe we might have some, or not quite yet apparently. Or am I taking them out already? I forget if I set that up. Perhaps I did. Do we have any in here? Oh, we do! There they are! Yes, I did get them being delivered back to the base. We now have a small number of conveyor belts, which will hopefully grow and allow us to reach the next level of the game. Now, we don't have to worry about upward slopes anymore. We can take items wherever we might need to, as long as we have enough conveyor belts to hand. So yeah, the number will slowly increase and hopefully will... Oh, I've just selected a random person. Yeah, the number will hopefully increase at a decent rate so we can just start putting them all around the place and get some better production going. So happiness at the moment is... actually, it's looking okay. It seems like we've got a hang of it now. Which is weird, actually. I don't know why we're getting 16 happiness. Is it that providing two different, like, products of the same tier counts? Because then we can get ridiculous amounts of happiness out of these homes. Then we can get 12 out of each, right? If we supply everything. Maybe that's the idea. Maybe that's how you get to the end of the game, is like, okay, just make every house ridiculously happy. Yeah, it also means once we stop putting conveyor belts everywhere, we'll be able to stop having to be people having to do all the work so much, which will then mean that we have more people to put into buildings. And yeah, I'm interested to see how that goes, that suddenly the manpower required is so much less because everything's just automatically moved around, and only the buildings and a couple of fiddly things actually need people working them. I guess harvesting is still a thing, but even then, as we know, that becomes more and more automated as time goes on. We already have automatic farming going on here. I do notice, actually, this is run down. Wait, do we need more food being made? I wonder if we should get someone delivering, like, water, because we've got enough fertilizer, so it's just water that might be the issue. Should we try that? Yeah, let's try that. Let's just get a guy, plonk him down here. It might also help if we just get more farm plots. That might also be a thing. Yeah, let's just send him ferrying water, and I don't know if he'll do it quick enough to keep this thing running all the time or not. Oh, it's a close one. Oh, it ran out before he got there. But it might be that it just needs to apply water to each of the tiles, and then once that's done, it's not needed so regularly anymore, because why else has fertilizer built up so much when it has the same timer on it? So I feel like maybe when there's 9, can we like look here? Oh yeah, there we go, showing wateredness, which is dropping for some because they're growing. Oh, but water is only consumed by tiles that are in the process of growing. If they've fully grown, then it stays where it is. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So it's saying that water has now been applied. So yeah, it doesn't need like a super high throughput. We don't have to build a well right there for the guy to quickly ferry. That'll do fine. Saves us a moment in future at least. So yeah, now we could get like a conveyor belt running from this pasture into the barn here, and it'll all just happen automatically. That said, because there's two different kinds of item being ferried, I'm slightly concerned that we'll end up with blockages because the fertilizer's built up and we have a shortage of wool. I am worrying how that's going to work out, because it seems like we're making just far too much fertilizer. Then again, we've got more wool. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm just imagining a problem where there is not yet actually one present. Yeah, this is going 1.5 seconds and this isn't built up. Well, it is building up at the moment. Maybe it was lowering and now it's gaining again. We'll just have to leave for a while and see how it goes. Oh, red coins are doing pretty well now. What are we supplying for that? Did we... yeah, we started giving... cloth. Yeah, we... why didn't I just go with wool, actually? I wonder if cloth and wool have the same value in terms of fulfilling happiness, or whether, like, cloth does more. Hard to tell, really. I don't know that it actually gives you any information. Like, if I look at wool, it says clothing, 2 red coins. What about cloth? 4 red coins. Okay, so I'm getting more red coins out of the deal. I'll take that. That works for me. Yes, so that means that the research should be going pretty well. Yeah, we're no longer built up on the research stuff. It's now just the rate at which wood can be delivered, which is it's taking longer and longer as the trees continue to be cleared. They're making good progress of this here. That's a good sign for us getting more space to work in, because I think we can then just I don't know how planting trees actually works, thinking about it, and making a woodcutters. Yeah, I want to change these people's orders now. I still want to give them specific orders. I know that you can change it and just say harvest wood. And oh, where's that guy going? He's taking that route? Really? He's going that way, is he? Yes, okay. Change your route to there, please. I need to find all the people coming down here. And get them to change and not change these guys over here. Is that all of them? It seems like... Wait, no, there's one more. I thought there wasn't... There was a few too many there for that to be right. Yeah, I don't know how it works with planting trees that a woodcutter maintains. Presumably you can make plots like you can make farm plots. At least I hope so, or I'm clearing out a lot of trees that maybe I actually don't want to be clearing out. There we go, plenty of roads for everyone. Whoops, nope. And accidentally clearing them out because I'm, again, too many different control systems in my head right now. It's a mess. How's this doing? It's not doing well. We need more food coming through to keep up the production rate. And that's just to make sure that this stays filled, which at the moment it is running down in terms of wool at least. So let's try... Do I have farm tiles anywhere? No, I haven't got them anywhere in this system. I need to do more work here. I feel like arranging my my hotbars. So farming and mining. Let's just place it like this for now. Where can we put them? I think they have to be within the yellow spots here. So let's put another set of 6 here. That's a nice arrangement. And then all of these will be wheat. Oh, again, I have to go farming. Plant grain. Plonk, 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 plonk. It's going to keep the fertilizer and water guys busy for a little bit. Oh, we should make a path for this guy. Might as well make things a little bit easier for him. And, yeah, at some point we should clear out these herbs. I don't know what I guess are these used for maybe medicine stuff? I'm not sure. I've got the clearing out this stone here. That'll help. So at the moment, that's a little bit of a bottleneck, and I'm worried about it. Oh, and now, yeah, the cloth is built up, so we could do with sending more of that out. Yeah, it seems like we're struggling to maintain happiness with the cloth delivery, so maybe if we get like a cart on the job, that might be good. How long is its spending shut down? Like a third of its time. Where did the other guy go? There were 2 people gathering cloth before. One of them's disappeared. Is it that guy there? What are you doing? You see, that's the problem. It's a bottleneck. So he's ended up taking weird routes to get back because it's briefly blocked by somebody else. Yeah, I think I might get rid of that guy. Wait, is he the one to the workshop? The workshop's fine for cloth right now. It's the general store we want to focus on. So which one's the general store guy? You. I want to fire you. Get a wagon working on it. If we have the wagon wheels for it, I'm not actually sure. Yep, we're allowed to build it. Good. Okay, you start ferrying cloth to the general store, and that will mean these guys are hopefully very well supplied on cloth from now on. I mean, they're... Ah, yeah, they're not all holding to happiness, but they should in a moment after this. And that might use up cloth quicker than we're making it. In fact, there's a solid, very solid chance of that. But previously we were wasting production time. That is going to make this worse, though. Oh, no. We've got a build-up of wool to work through. How's this doing? It's still 1.5 seconds. How do I speed that up? Is it limited by the workers? Is that what's going on? That's probably what it is, isn't it? I'm misunderstanding the way this works, and I didn't need the extra plots. I can't dump workers into it. We don't have the people for that. All right, let's get some conveyor belt stuff going. How are we doing for food? We're not doing for food. I remember now. Yes, we simply don't have it. We need to do something about that. And conveyor belts seem to be the solution there. How are we doing? We've got 50 of them now. Fantastic. We can just get this farm ferrying just everything it produces and dumping it into the food market or the grain mill. That's a point. Do we want berries just to go directly in? Presumably. Yeah, berries are on the list, as is grain actually, but I imagine, yeah, you get a lot more coins out of flour. If we even need that. Oh, and then there's bread as well, made in a kitchen. Do we have kitchens? Let's find out. No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, we haven't unlocked it yet. It requires base level 3. Oh, what do we need for that? Leather produced by the pasture. So we could achieve that, though we can't achieve the happiness we'd need for it right now until we get the food. So there's the thing we need to be getting on with. Let's just get what's being made ferried in. So let's work out how to do conveyors. Are they on here anywhere? Yeah, there we go. Cloth conveyor belt. So that's the output there. And then it's how we, like, raise and lower. Is it just by building scaffoldings? There we go. So we can just build one. I believe you can click and drag. But I wonder if there's a way to raise. I don't think so at a glance. Let's see if we can make that happen with some ramps. And we're not allowed to build. We don't have any planks in the main base. They're all being turned into wagon wheels, I'm going to guess. How's this looking? It's running full speed. It's got plenty in the way of logs. The issue is that it's simply not producing quick enough. We could build another one or we could overcharge it. For now I'm inclined to just overcharge it at what we can. See if that makes up for it. That leaves us with no spare people. Can we build more homes actually at this stage? Oh, we can actually build 4 more houses. Okay, let's do that then. Oh, we've got a worker over here that's literally not doing anything. So, I should check for that. I think I've got a few of them standing around. Yep, you're not doing anything. Anybody else? What are you up to? Ah, you've got a job. So, these guys... It seems like there's no one else around. But yeah, that means we can overcharge this a little bit more. Up to 210%. Let's see how the plank supply fares with that. Well, how are the wagon wheels doing? Well, the storage is full for them, as is the output, interestingly. Whose job is it to ferry these? I don't see him. Oh, there's the wagon wheel guy. I see him walking around. Yeah, he's the, I think he's the bottleneck. Yeah, he is. Which is probably for the best, because we've just found we have a plank shortage. How are we doing? It seems like we're just about fighting back against the demand of planks, but yeah, it's not brilliant. I need a more solid supply. Let's try and build another lumber mill. Buildings, and yeah, well, it needs a worker for a start, so I've messed that up. Okay, let's bring that back down to normal speed. Though I guess we'll still just be at 200% if I build a second one. We might need even more than that. Okay, lumber mill. Let's give it a bit of space. Like 2. And that lines up with the blocks, because I realised I didn't actually line that up with everything else in the end. I've realised now all buildings are 3x3, so you might as well have them in a neat grid, though probably with larger paths between. In fact, what you should probably do is just separate the entire map into 3x3 like blocks, and then just consider each of those to be like a site for a building or for roads. Then you have like nice 3 wide roads, so you never have any issues, that sort of thing. So yeah, make planks, and then we got to get the wood actually being delivered in here. So that's probably a wagon. We got wagon wheels in the base, which is good, though I don't know if we're building up the supply right now. I don't think anyone's ferrying any more of them there. So I've only got so many. Oh, they require 10 planks. Well, crap. Alright, let's... Is this the guy? Yeah, you stop what you're doing for a minute. Just stand there. There we go. Let the planks build up. I think they're being taken by other people too. There's a lot of stuff happening with the base right now. I think as time goes on, we're going to move away from this as being our big central area, because it's going to be more about having barns and localized storage. But right now, it's probably in its messiest state of just so many different people wandering around with jobs related to it. So someone's probably taking planks out and sending them somewhere, but I don't really know. Oh, do we have houses that are stocked up on planks? It seems like it, but no, that doesn't actually tell us. That might be stone bricks, we wouldn't know. dear. Yeah, it's all a bit of a mess right now. It's not building up. Who's using them? Who is taking planks? Because you're delivering them in. It's taking you a bit of time to do. Let's get this overclocked again as much as we can. And I'm just watching for someone running in and stealing it. Oh, there it is. We got a wagon doing it. That's where it's all going. It's getting sent. Right, okay, you off duty. Let's see if stone bricks can maintain the happiness we've got right now. There's 2 people working on it. But I think it's putting our stone brick production at its limit right now. Yeah, that's where it was all. Jeez, it took me so long to notice that. I'm the worst. Okay. Now we've got tons of planks building up. And yeah, what was I going to do with I built this and I didn't do anything with it. I need it to oh yeah, it was because I was trying to build a wagon to deliver the wood to the thing. Yeah, please take wood to this lumber mill, and then we'll hire a guy. So we'll slow this down a smidge, and we'll hire a standard worker to deliver the planks to the base. Then we have 2 of these, and we can overclock both of them if we need to, which definitely seems like a thing we might need. Oh, and the wood supply isn't holding up fantastic right now either, despite how many people are working on delivering this stuff. Yeah, it's about time we got like just a woodcutter working on permanent supplies, but in the meantime we should be able to actually build this conveyor now. And then is there a way to raise this without... Nah, I think I've got to do flat platform and then a raised one. And then can we put this over the crops? Yes, we can. Excellent. Can we just continue that? I don't know how high these need to be so that people can walk under them. That's an important thing. Like, how tall are people? Are they, like, too tall? It seems like that would make a bit of sense. In which case, this would need to raise by 1 more. We'll go with it. Because I'm going to guess... Oh, this is probably the one we want. Like, the block with a base to it. Otherwise, it looks weird. Just the stand hanging. Oh, yeah, that's an arch. Okay. It's a different kind of thing. Right, we're just going to run this along. Can I... Oh, fantastic. You can just drag. And that's probably all our planks. Oh, no, it's not. Why did it stop? Build more, please. It's only letting me do a few at a time. What, am I running out of planks? No, there's plenty in there. Now I'm confused. Yeah, it's not letting me drag anymore. Is it because of how far out it is that it's like... It's going to make my life difficult because I've not put it on a stand? Because that's fair. I'm kind of defying all physics here. Oh, I didn't line that up correctly. Yeah, I want to make it look like it makes sense. So... There we go, and then... I'll have another one on the shore. And then now does it allow it? Oh, I've got to hold it. Yeah, it seems like maybe that's what was going on there. Right, now we've got to navigate around everything else we've got going on here. I realise we're going to have to probably raise up a little bit more because there's stuff going on here. Yeah, let's cut it back a smidge. Let's make it look nice when we have it go up. Raising by 2 might be enough. I think that's how much this goes up by. And then we can check if it is actually too high that we need to go for people to get underneath, or whether it needs to be higher than that. Alright, nope, no, that's not what I want. Okay, grab it. That's more like it. I'll put a support in later when it's not going to block a bunch of people moving around. We want to get it to there. We just want it to get to the market. So let's start working back, and we can see exactly where we need to connect the things. And I do hope that this actually works. I realize I'm just sort of putting the frame in without actually trying to run a belt along it. Let's just check that's the thing I can do. Let's just grab and drag this, and yeah, it seems to be fine with it. Yep, in fact, now I think about it, can we just do... Oh, it brings it down to the ground if we just try and connect it. What if we do that? It tries to make a path, but the path is no good. Okay. How are we doing on belts? We've still got 50 of them, that's great. Also, we're really building up our supply of stone. We need the stonemason to work quicker right now. Can't overclock it. Don't have the space. I need to build the houses. I forgot about the houses, but we didn't have the materials. I'm all over the place right now. There's a lot of different things that are all sort of in the air, waiting to be able to work. Okay, just stretch it across. No, these are fiddly controls that I feel like I will get more used to later. There, lined up. Then bring it across this way. Is that actually lined up, or have I messed that? Oh no, that is right. Okay. Perspective was concerning me for a second. Keep it going. Oh, come on. We're almost there. I'll build them one at a time if I have to. Is that right? No, it needs to raise up by one more. I think this area is one lower maybe than where the farm is. Oh, it's not. Okay. Oh, I started by going up 3. Of course, yeah. You go up 3 to make a gap of 2 underneath. That is how physics works. Okay. Oh. There we go. Let's build some more supporting structure. At least where we can, and we'll just ignore the physics defying everywhere else. And continue this along. And yeah, we can just run the thing straight to the food market, which should hopefully mean that we're suddenly generating ridiculous amounts of food-based happiness. Now, I notice it's only producing grain right now. Output storage is full. Is it just going to keep outputting grain until the storage is empty, which seems like might never happen, or will happen in the very distant future? Yep, the grain is arriving, and yep, you can see the happiness, well, the coins popping up everywhere. Happiness raising to 3. Alright, and it's bringing everyone up to 3 and bringing us up to 24 total happiness. And yeah, we're not getting much gold coin per, but I'm not sure if I'm that bothered, because this is a lot of grain coming through and everyone's happy. And happiness right now is my main concern. Now, what's the range of the food market? I notice it's not showing us, which is a concern, because then how do I know where to place the houses? Uh-oh. Well, let's try building a house, and maybe that'll show me. There we go, it shows the rings when I'm doing that. Oh, and these require logs, and yeah, we don't have any of those anymore. They're all being instantly turned into planks, which now we have a decent supply of. So let's wind down production here. Let's in fact shut this one down, because I don't think many things are using planks anymore. In fact, nothing's using planks. Let's get this guy making wheels again, so we can continue to get some conveyor belts. There we go. We've got some grapes coming through now, and presumably that'll make not much difference, really. In fact, that'll mean even more happiness. We'll then get 2 different forms of happiness. Whether we'll be able to maintain them both with the lower supply, we'll have to see. I wonder if we'll ever get to carrots. It seems like we're working our way through the berry supply, and we will get to them. Slowly but surely. I guess the production slowed down because some of the grain finished being harvested, and now they're having to wait for it to grow. They've got plenty of stuff to supply them, though. We'll be fine, and we'll get a good healthy mix of fruits, vegetables, and grains, which I think is the best we could ask for. Oh no, berries and carrots count for the same. Yeah, fruits and vegetables is a single category. Fair enough. I'll take 2 different happiness categories being fulfilled by this one farm. And we'll see how that holds up long term. I'd like to get some leather being made nice and soon. Also, how is the research going? It's been taking a while. I guess it's just a lot needed for it. Yeah, it's like 4 paper each time. Something like that. Oh, but look at this. Now all our building speeds are 130%. That is a very nice boost. Now it's as if every single building has 2 people working in it. So that's pretty good. Let me check now. Is the happiness going to get up to 32? Oh, 31. Yep, 32. Let's see. That means there's a decent chance we can maintain that, though grain's looking a little bit ropey now, actually. Still, that's pretty fast. I reckon we're pretty good there. Okay, so... we've got too much stone right now. Now we can probably overclock this with less trouble. So yeah, let's put what we can into it. And let's see if we can, like, swap out some people for conveyors in certain places. Oh, hello. Oh, this is full of fertilizer now. That's gonna shut down cloth production. What do we do with fertilizer? I need to turn it into something else, because we have too much of the stuff. I think I'll just make a barn for now. Oh wait, is fertilizer a product I can put in here? Let's have a look at this. What? It should just be shown on, like, this list. Or this one, and I'm not seeing it as a thing. Is it later down the line? No, that's all medical stuff. I don't think there's any... yeah. Like, presumably there's some sort of use in the game for fertilizer, but I don't know it yet. So I think we should probably just build a new barn for it to stave off the problem until we work out what we can actually do with the stuff. Actually, can I just look in like a workshop? I've selected something there. Okay, no, it's a barn. Workshop. Select recipe. Is there anything in here that uses fertilizer? Doesn't look like it. I don't know what to do with this. Yep, barn it is. We're building just a barn to store it for now, and it'll be a problem for tomorrow's Bentham. So let's put that there, and have a guy whose sole job is to transport it out. So, where's our... there he is. Right, you now want to transport from here to here, and then we'll have a new guy. No, well, we've got to slow this down. We'll have a new guy. Actually, no, I don't need to do it this way. Hold on. No, you go back to your previous job and give me a minute. Let's conveyor belt this. Now, apparently you can, like, work from higher up on the buildings. So, let's see if I can, first of all, just make, like, a frame built off the side. No, it doesn't allow it, but I can probably build one up and then remove the lower level. So if we do that, and then I think we just put a conveyor across to start, and then we need to make it specifically grab from here, but we also need it to be like a filter. I don't know if that's a thing. Logistics blocks. Sorter. That's probably what we want. Oh, there's a filter as well. What if I build this here? What does it do? I can select it. Oh, there we go. Item filter. Can I make this be fertilizer? There. Does that work? I feel like it won't, because we need something specifically extracting. Yeah, that's not working. Hold on. I think what I need to do is maybe... actually, I think this problem needs solving at the pasture, more likely. We have it extract from here, then we have it sort and split between the two barns, and one barn is a wool barn and the other is a fertilizer barn. That's probably the smart thing to do. So, first of all, we basically fire everyone here. Except that guy for now. We'll keep him around. We have a belt going out, and that's going to just grab whatever is there. And then I need to make a sorter. So I'm pressing all sorts of random buttons here. Logistics blocks. Sorter. Put that there. And your item filter will be wool. And then what? If I do that, it's allowing wool through. That makes sense. And then we'll have it input in the side. But what happens when fertilizer comes along? Also, there's no room in that right now. I'm just going to tell this guy to ferry the stuff between, because he'll get that done nice and quick. And then we got work to We got room to work. That is not an efficient thing. We just collapse the stacks, game. Come on. What are you doing? I don't think I can, like, arrange these. No. Always collapse your stacks. Oh, actually, I wonder. Oh, I didn't mean to select that, but I have now. Is it that that, like, the sorter takes something sideways? Is that the idea of it? I may have done this wrong. Yeah, I think I get how this works, and I think I don't have it right. So let's quickly remove all this. And what we need is the conveyor to start going this way. Actually, let's have it run up this way a bit and then go along. You know, I'm going to put this in the air because I realize that we're going to have problems with people getting around if I just have everything on the ground. We got to think 3D here. I've learned it from Satisfactory now. Now I'm suddenly faced with multiple factory games that are in 3D. I have to learn to make overhead conveyors. That's the word of the day. Or the words of the day. The goal of, I don't know, just the thing to do. Overhead conveyors. So what I'll do is I'll just have this run along the backs of these buildings. Oh, come on. There. And then I think I need to put a sorter. And I think it needs to face that way. It could be that I need a filter instead, but I think this is a sorter that I need. And then you will filter wool. And then what I think will happen is when wool turns up, it'll push it that way. Otherwise, it'll let it continue on its way. So it needs to be a belt that's going past, and then the sorter needs to come off the side. That's my theory. Let's find out if I'm right. So run these all along here, and then at the end here, we got to have this turn in. And let's see if this works. So yep, there we go. It's being taken off and put into there. It's being stored. Why is there stone in here? What is this? Filter for wool, please. Who put stone in there? I guess I must have maybe given... Oh, hang on. Is the base full? No, it's not. Okay. I thought it might be that for a second. Anyway, this is working here. So it's pulling off the wool and it's letting the fertilizer continue. That's the idea. And presumably people can walk underneath this. At least I hope so. I guess I can test it. Well, you still need to do your job. You'll be done in a second. But yeah, I don't know why there's stone in here. I'm guessing maybe I accidentally let someone just gather stone and take it wherever instead of sending to a specific place. And I haven't put filters on all my barns because I've been relying on people going to specific places so far. I notice there's gaps now on the farm belt. And I noticed that happiness isn't so fantastic anymore. Why is that? It's a lack of grain. Yeah, it seems like fruit and veg is holding up fine, but grain is spotty now. There's just not enough. So we could get... I mean, we've got fertilizer up the wazoo right now. It's a problem. So I think what I might do... I don't think this maybe... necessitates a belt at this point. I think we'll get a wagon on fertilizer duty. Have we got one spare knocking about? No, I think they're all busy again. How about you? Yeah, you're unloading wood. Oh, this guy here. Oh, they're all just waiting on cloth. Yeah, this is all shut down for the moment because of this mess I've had to clean up. Well, now we can automate it, actually. So I was going to put a guy on the job, but no, we need to get out of that habit now. We are beyond that. We have transcended to the next level of the game. Now is the time for belts. So this one's simple. Conveyor going out. We're going to have a problem with stone, though. Somebody get rid of this stone. You're done with that job now. Please deliver this stone to the stonemason. Oh, it's going to take a while for that to be done. This isn't outputting. Is it because there's multiple items and it doesn't know which one to pick? Or is it too high up? It might need to output from ground level. But I believe there's a building, actually, for this. Logistics blocks? Grabber, that's the one we want. If we put a grabber here, there we go. It forces the wool to come out of the building, even though it's not the proper output point. And in a minute, we'll get some stone in this, and it's going to break everything. But it's allowed us to get a bit of cloth production for a moment. Might survive long enough for this guy to take all the stone out. It's a long journey, though. I don't think it's going to work. Is this guy doing it? Yeah, he's delivering the fertilizer. Okay, let's build a wagon anyway. I was doing that. Workers, wagon, plonk. You deliver fertilizer to this farm way over here, and let's see if you can keep up with that. Probably not. We'll probably need multiple ore conveyor for it, honestly, but for now I just want to offload some of the fertilizer. And actually it looks like we're about to again have a fertilizer crisis because it all fills up entirely. I guess that makes sense. We had a barn full. We still have only got one barn for storing this stuff. I didn't solve this problem at all. Nothing has changed. Oops. Yeah, we maybe need some more roads and stuff around here. We're working through this stone. I need to get through this stone. We're clearing the path, which is the important bit. There are people working on the bits actually blocking the path. Oh, is he gonna get that last bit of stone in time? Find out next episode. No, we're gonna carry on from another minute. Let's see, how is this doing? Oh, we can upgrade it. Ooh. Let's do that. It didn't make it any quicker. What was the point of that? I don't know why I did that thing. What is upgrading for? Oh, speed 170. I see. Upgrades give it a 50% boost. That's what normally happens, as opposed to houses having the special thing and base having the special thing of it improving like capacity and stuff. How many other places can we do this with? Not so many, actually. It seems like not many other buildings have the option for upgrading. But pastures and maybe farms do? No, farms don't. Why only pastures? What's so special about them? Weird. I prefer an efficiency boost, I'm going to be honest. Oh, and there we go. It's clogging up. It's getting there. Uh-oh. I think I managed to clear out the stone in time, so now this should all work properly. Oh, and let's set a filter for this of fertilizer only. That's probably what we want to start doing with all the barns, really. We can't with that one, unless we can set multiple filters. I'm not sure. Don't want to mess with that. I might break things. Oh, I'll tell you what. We've got sorting systems. I can isolate the grain, send it into the grain mill, of course. Derp. Let's get a system going here. Let's do like some ramps that kind of snake around a bit. Like we're up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go like cross by this, and I know the episode's supposed to end now, but I'm actually quite into this right now, so I'm just going to carry on for a minute longer. Because now I feel like I'm getting into the swing of things as far as conveyors go. Oh, actually, I don't even need to output at the base level. What am I doing? I can output much higher up. I don't know how high I can go. It's hard to tell. But we can, I mean, we can just try doing it at this level. Maybe this is okay. Let's build one off there. Do a conveyor belt facing that way. And then we need to do... deselect, menu, logistics block. Sorter. There. And the filter on the sorter is... oh. It's grain. Why is it already... Or is it just pushing everything right now and it shouldn't be? Oh yeah, there we go. It just... So if you don't... That's weird. And also this isn't inputting. Oh dear. Yeah, that's interesting that if you put a sorter on, you don't give it a specified thing, it just sorts off everything. But you could just do that by rotating the belt, so why is that even a thing? Right, this needs to be lowered, clearly. At least one, so we'll just start one by one, testing how low it needs to go, worth checking what the input height is. Oh, I just realised as well we can maybe... Oh, that's a road. Nope. We can maybe output onto onto a chute as well if we wanted to try out that. That might be a thing. What am I doing? I'm blanking. There we go. That's the menu we want. That way, and then does that go in? No, wait, is this full? That's worth checking. No, it's not. Okay, we need to lower it some more. Let's just keep going till it works. In fact, I wonder if I just, like, go belt and then select and in. Oh, it comes up with something weird that makes no sense. Oh, but we can do that. That's working, kinda. Just, no, that's not. Yeah, I'm just gonna build it manually. It seems like there's some stuff in place to allow you to do that sort of thing, but it's maybe ropey. I'm just gonna build a platform up because I can't get that thing to work otherwise. Okay, and down and across. There we go. Okay, so what's the highest height? 1, 2, 3 blocks high. That's what we have to lower everything to make sure it can go in a building. Of course, what we could also do is raise the building, and that would be a thing too. Okay, so now this is a thing. I'm just going to have this run straight across because this place is already blocked off as it is. Straight into there, and now we have flour being made, and flour might fill the houses better? Hard to say. Might be worse, but it gives us more coins. So, guess it comes out okay ultimately. We gain one way. Well, we've got like 6,000 yellow coins. I think we're fine for those now, but I don't know. It's worth checking because if now we find that it's that happiness is better, it means that grain does fulfill hunger better. Oh, and we just unlocked the fishing boat. We've completed boat building. Oh, that reminds me. Between episodes, I found out we do have fish. It's just that when you're zoomed out, you can't see the blooming things. There's actually some right here and some right here. I think there's another patch somewhere else on the map that has some maybe. Like around here. So, yeah, there's another one way over here. Not that we're going to do much with that. And seeing as fish is meat, that will help us reach higher heights of happiness. Also notice cooked fish is a thing. Presumably takes a kitchen though, so we'll have to see if we can unlock that. Yeah, so we might be able to get even more happiness going. Now, I would quite like to find a way of getting blue coins. It seems like there are no foods that can do that. We have to go to the general store. And then we go iron plates, reinforced planks, shoes, cloaks, worm coats. A lot of things. Iron wheels, pickaxes, steam pipes, rail tiles, and metal conveyor belts. So there's sort of levels that we're not at yet. Oh, that's a lot of grapes suddenly. Okay, is that where the fertilizer went? Jeez. I guess that's working. Yeah, it seems like to get blue coins, it's a sort of higher tier. I mean, it makes sense. There's a very clear tier system here. So we're maybe not at the level of blue coin stuff yet. We might have some buildings that can produce stuff by now. Well, there we go. We've unlocked like rails and cool stuff here. Oh, metal conveyor belts. What do I care more about? Trains or better conveyors? This is a challenge here. Oh, and better... Oh, well, this is purple. I'm not even going to bother trying. But I notice there's even fancier stuff here. Logic pushers and counter blocks. Number blocks, event triggers. You can get... Yep, you can probably build computers in this game. That sounds like computer stuff. It's not a proper automation game until you can build a fully functional computer in it. I think I'm going to go for machinery because it's cheaper in terms of coins and better conveyor seems like a very useful thing for us. And then rails will be next, of course. So yeah, we're having issues with like this system over here. I don't know what to do with fertilizer. We'll surely find a way at some point. But we now have conveyors. We're starting to look like a bit more of a factory kind of setup here. We've got things automated. We're able to take the pressure off of people and make sure that things run even if we don't have enough people to man things. Oh, we've got problems over here though. Why is there grain in here? It's because every time I delete something, this is something I found out. When you delete an item that has resources on it, all the resources go into your base. And then if the base is full, they overflow into other storages, like barns, I think. So we're getting random crap turning up in the base, which is a bit of an issue we're going to have to work out. What we probably need to do is offload our stone and stone brick into a barn, just have it be a separate thing. But then, I don't know if we can use it for construction. Actually, no, we can because we've been using fertilizer for plots, and that's worked. So yeah, it just needs to be in a barn, it doesn't need to be in the base. So yeah, we want to move away from storing things in the base. The base is for offloading random junk that we accidentally generate. Whereas we want barns to be responsible for actually holding building materials. So I will implement that next episode, probably, maybe. But for now we need to end because I just keep letting this episode run over more and more. At some point I have to cut it off and start recording another one. So, let's do that. So yeah, this is looking very cool. Next episode, we'll sort out some barn issues, try and find something to do with fertilizer, and see if we can work towards getting some blue coin resources. And maybe it's time as well to automate wood production instead of having it be run by lots of people constantly cutting back the forests. We will see. Well, there's a lot of different things to do here, and it's expanding outwards rapidly in terms of what I'm capable of, which is exciting and slightly overwhelming. We shall see. But that's all I have time for today. I shall say goodbye, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.